A presumably naked man laughs open-mouthed as water trickles from his bright red face, soaking the Google Glass headset he is wearing in the shower. This infamous image, posted online by tech futurist Robert Scoble just over 12 months ago, encapsulated the excitement among early adopters of this technology. Glass, a voice-controlled wearable headset connected to the internet, promised a transformation of the way we interact with computers and each other. A year on, and it Scoble's enthusiasm that has been dampened. "I am wearing it right now," he says. "It's really useless. I can't store more than 20 contacts, and I can't take photos and put them on Instagram or Facebook. Getting apps on here is a pain." Scoble, who works for US IT firm Rackspace, still uses the device. However, he cites a long list of concerns. The battery life is too short, it is a little too heavy for some wearers, and the interface which allows apps to access Glass's various features still needs work. The hype and the controversy surrounding Google Glass began in April 2012 when the company released a much-talked-about concept video, revealing the capabilities of Glass responding to voice commands and recording video through the eyes of the wearer, for instance. Then last year, a beta version was made available to a limited number of explorers at a cost of $1,500 plus taxes. It didn't take long for critics to emerge. Writer Ed Champion cataloged 35 arguments against Google Glass, from anxiety over ever greater personal data collection by Google to the potential for distraction during conversations. Meanwhile, the privacy advocacy group Stop the Cyborgs, based in London, warned that the device's video camera could be used for intrusive surveillance. Authorities, corporations and lawyers will be able to access everyone's footage under the relevant Electronic Communication Act, the group wrote on its blog. Recently, Glass has also triggered animosity of another kind in Google's own backyard. In February, social media consultant Sarah Slocum was accosted in a San Francisco bar while wearing the device. "You're killing the city," said one woman as she tried to snatch Glass from Slocum's head. Some now view the device as an objectionable symbol of a wealthy Silicon Valley elite, an elite they say is pricing poorer residents out of the city. Google's engineers are no doubt hard at work on these issues ahead of its public launch, expected later this year. However, technical problems may not be the biggest barrier to Glass catching on. A backlash against Glass has been rapidly gathering pace for entirely different reasons in recent months. "It's the most controversial product of my lifetime," says Scoble.